Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and for today's video I am going to be closing out my September monthly budget with you guys on camera. I honestly debated whether I should just do this off camera since it was pretty late, but I know that a lot of you guys come to my channel to not only get inspiration but also to get motivation. So I thought that I would just close it out on camera even though it is pretty late and show you guys the whole process. So in order for me to close out this budget, I first have to weekly check in for the last week, which for me was from the 27th until the 30th of September. After I do that, I will go ahead and total up all of the amounts that came out of my sinking funds, and then I'll get an ending amount for all of those. And then I should be pretty much ready to close out that spread. So first and foremost, I'm going to bring you guys to my monthly view, which, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to kind of split this in half. So then that way everything is in focus. Yeah, so I still have to lay down my budget expense stickers for the last week, which I have all of them right here. I also already made my little key here with the budget expense stickers since two of these were September colors. I will be switching those out for the month of October, so I can basically just take out this key and put it in the monthly view of October. So now the first expense that I have this 5th week is one for training, which, as you guys know, or if you guys have seen my October monthly budget, this is something that I have now included in my budget, but as of September that was not included and I was already out of allowance money, so I just decided to count it as an unbudgeted expense because that is what it was. So I went to both of my training sessions, so on Tuesday and Thursday, and those are $35 each. I'm honestly debating if I want to start going 3 times a week, because if I end up doing 3 times a week and paying on a monthly basis, the sessions are $25 each instead of $35. So I'm honestly debating. For October, I'm only doing 2. Yeah, I only budgeted for 2 sessions a week, but we will go ahead and see. Just because I really love going to my sessions, and it's just something that makes me feel good. It makes me feel even more productive and awake early in the morning. So those were on 28th and 30th. Then I have an expense for groceries for Target, which if you guys have seen my weekly check-in videos for September, you guys know that I was already over budget for groceries. But this time around, I spent $16 with 24 cents. I picked up, I believe, like a salad mix and a few of the energy drinks that I actually just got up, or I think the video should already be up. It's the video where I clean my place, as well as my sister came over and foiled some items. So I did go ahead and pick up some energy drinks. I believe they're called Alani Nu. So that came out to $16.24, and that was part of groceries. And then on the 29th, last but not least, I have an eating out expense. I went to get some ramen with my friend Kenya, and that was $27.11. So that was on the 29th. And then the last thing I want to add is an extra bill due sticker for my gas bill, because I completely forgot to pay for it when it was due. And I want to justify this by saying that this was my first time paying a gas bill. I did not have one in my last apartment, so I completely forgot about it, not going to lie to you guys. So I believe this bill was due on the 13th, and I ended up paying it on the 30th, so the very last day of this month. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay that down there. But yeah, you know, things happen, and I don't feel like too bad about it, especially because I didn't get charged an extra fee or anything. So my gas bill ended up coming out to $35.03, and I'm going to check that off since, of course, that's already gotten paid. So we'll check this off, and then I am ready to start with my weekly check-in, but not before I lay down my last no spend day and count up how many no spend days I had in the month of September. I really like to do this. I don't know, it's just kind of fun to me. and keeps things, I don't know, fun. So in total, this month I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 no spend days, which is honestly not too bad. I like that. So 10 no spend days for September, and I am now ready to weekly check-in. So I'm going to write out the categories here. You are bad money, she don't love money, she break grass real fast like money. When I swim down to the deep. And then dashes, of course, for the rollover section, since I only roll over in the first week. And okay, so for groceries, like I mentioned, I have one expense of $16.24. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. So $16.24 from Target, and as you guys can see, I was already over budget by $29.27. So after this last week, I am over budget by $45.51. And the main reason was, I think, because I had lowered my budget for groceries to $200 this month, which is, I think, the lowest I've ever budgeted for groceries. So that definitely had to do something with it, as well as I could have definitely not gotten the energy drinks, but I just decided to do so since I like to have them when I go work out. So, you know, it's okay. I'm over by $45.51 in groceries. Then I don't have anything for household, so I'll write a 0. So that means that I'm under budget by $6.50. Then for eating out, the ramen was $27.11, which is really funny, but I am also over budget in eating out because I only had $26.78 last week. And if I was paying with cash, I probably would have had the extra 33 cents that I needed. But since I am currently not using cash envelopes, I just went ahead and paid the extra 33 cents with my debit card. Not a big deal. I should have put that as a negative, not a positive, but yeah, not a big deal to me, but definitely not a good thing either. All right, next for allowance, I didn't have any money left, so I know I did not spend anything and nothing remaining. Then for beauty, we don't have anything, so 0, as well as gas. So $11.49 remaining for beauty and 34 cents remaining for gas, which I could have totally used those for my eating out expense there, but of course they're in different categories, so we're not going to do that. And then the last two budgeted expenses here that I have were for my training sessions, so $35 each, meaning that I spent $70 in here. And since I do not budget anything for this category, I am going to write out that this is a negative 70. Wow, okay, so as you guys can see, didn't do so great right here, but it's okay. We'll come back to it once I write these numbers out in my monthly budget. But this section is pretty much done. So I am going to transition into my sinking funds and transaction log. I'm going to take a quick picture of this so then that way I don't have to flip back and forth. So for adventures, I spent a total of $37.75 and I added $60. So that means that I am ending with $65.27. For allowance, I started with 58 cents and I'm not adding anything because I do not have any remaining money for that. And I did not use the 58 cents out of here, so I'm going to put 0 as well. And that means that I am ending with the same 58 cents that I started with. How nice. For car maintenance, I did not have any transactions, so ending is $230. Car payment, 0. Car tag, 0. Christmas, 0. Clothing was actually 0. Sorry, I'm just going to go through all the ones that I know are zeros. Costco, 0. There you go. So card payment is ending with $373 per usual. Card tags is ending with a $218. Christmas is ending with $1,001 with 50 cents. Clothing is ending with $77.79. Costco is ending with $45. It's actually going pretty fast. For girls' night, I spent the full amount that I had in here, which was $42.94, so 0. My electricity bill is not due until October, so 0 spent for this month. So that means that the ending is $75 as well. I used up all of my entertainment, or all the money that I had in there, which was $86. So ending with 0 for this category. Gifts, I spent $160, $25, and $25, so $210. Forgot to add one. I actually spent $210 minus the $150 and $125 I added. I am ending with $65 for my gifts category. Medical, let's see, I had one expense of $32.79 and I started with $464.22. I feel like I keep missing some. Let's see, miscellaneous again. $18.25 plus 9 plus $360. So in total I spent $30.85 minus what I started with, which was $24.18 and $20. I am remaining with $13.33. And then the last two, which are my Peru trip and rent, get 0 for spent, and the same for ending as it was in the beginning of the month. Actually, no, for rent, I have to add the $292. So that is ending with $584 at the end of September. And these are pretty much all done. And these numbers should match up to the beginning numbers in the month of October. I'm going to actually go ahead and check. Good thing I checked because I missed an expense for medical. So I actually had 2 expenses. One of $12 and one of $32.79. Perfect. So in total I spent $44.79 and so I am ending with $419.43. The rest of the numbers seem to be a-okay. Perfect. All right, so now that I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and total up all the amounts that I spent out of my sinking funds. So $42.94, $86, $210, $44, $79, $30, $85. In total, I spent $452 with 33 cents and completely forgot to add what I added. Oh, I think I needed the allowance number. That's why I did not add those up. 30, 24, 60, 75. In total, I added $841. And then for ending, the total number for that is $4,367 with 90 cents. So that is it for the sinking funds page. I'm so glad this is all done because I can now move on to my budget spread. So I already have the numbers for my categories here. So I'll take a quick picture of that and then I'll take this on to here. Before I start closing this spread out, I do want to go ahead and mention I don't think, no, I don't have any more business expenses, but these are the sources that I ended for this month. I have YouTube, Patreon, video editing, and Amazon for any Amazon affiliate links. I could have added Poshmark in here because I actually got a sale on Poshmark. I sold a shirt, but those funds are not going to be available to me until October, so I will just add that to my October variable income page here. So just wanted to go ahead and update you guys on this. That's pretty much it. So now I am officially ready to close this spread out. As we know, I was over budget for groceries. The budgeted amount was $200 and my actual was $245.51, which once again means that I am over budget by $45.51. So just write it in there. For household, I was under budget, but I will be rolling over those $6.50. So I'm going to go ahead and write that the actual is the same as the budgeted amount, meaning that there's no variance. I'm going to do the same thing for beauty. I typically like to roll over the amounts for household, beauty, eating out, pretty much those three, that's it. So dash once again here. For eating out, I was over budget by 33 cents, so my actual is $160.33. It's just so funny that I was over budget by 33 cents. Like, tell me that's not funny. Okay, 33 cents. Allowance, I spent the full $100. So no variance there. For gas, I was under budget by 34 cents, meaning that I spent $79.66. So I'm going to write 34, like so. Phone bill was $71.61. So I was under budget by 39 cents. So let's just write that in right here. What's up with all these 30 cents? I don't know. Next, internet. That was $74.99. So I was under budget by $5.01. For gas, I think that was actually a little bit over. So $35.03 was the amount. So that means that I was over budget by 3 cents. So, and then for unbudgeted, I do have the $70 from my training sessions. So I will write that in here. So 70 as the actual and $70 over budget. All right, so now let me get a total for my actuals. In total, I spent $1,142.13 for my variable expenses, and I'm just gonna go ahead and double check by adding all of the over amounts. So in total, I was over budget by $110.13. Yep, that looks good. So yeah, I was over budget by over $100, which is not a good feeling, but most of this came out of things like groceries, which of course, if I run out of grocery money and I need to buy groceries, I'm still going to buy them. So that's totally okay. And then the $70 for the training sessions, which I have now added in the month of October. So hopefully I shouldn't be over anymore, since I did also increase my groceries budget. But we will go ahead and see. Am I proud of this outcome? Not really, but I have been feeling a lot better going to my training sessions and, you know, eating my groceries. So all that to say that that is okay. Now the last thing I'm going to do before I leave is write out the amounts here. So the budget amount for variable, as well as my actual that we just got right now. And then for fixed, both of them are the same. So 32, 37, 76, 32, 37, 76. Perfect. And last thing I'm going to do once the camera is off is subtract all of my expenses from my actual income, and whatever I have remaining, I will go ahead and write it out in my squared off box, meaning that it will go towards my savings. And that is pretty much the whole process that I do when I'm planning on closing out a monthly budget. I really hope that you guys enjoyed coming along and seeing how over budget I was for this month. Hopefully it does not repeat next month, but who really knows? We will go ahead and see. If you guys are interested in seeing how I do in the month of October, definitely stay tuned for my weekly check-in videos. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And hopefully I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.
Secrets, honestly, can you keep it real? 'Cause